So this is how to make a circle skirt. First step, you gotta lay out your fabric and, well, first you gotta get the pattern for it. You can make them, there's websites all over. I'm lazy, I just bought one. It's fine. First thing you wanna do is you wanna lay out your fabric. I've already done this whole part right here for the sake of time, but you wanna lay out your fabric, make sure there's a fold on it, you want the crease. Get the full pattern. It's only going to be 1/4 of it. So, come here. We'll bring this over here. Okay, so you want to get the fold right there. So when you cut it out, you don't cut that and that. When you open it up, it's twice the length of it. So you want to do that twice. So after that, next step is you gotta hem it. This is a really boring part, but it's kind of necessary. So bring that over here again. So you want to get that, fold it over just a bit, like 1/2 inch or so, and get a pin and pin it like that. And you just want to go all the way around. You only have to do the bottom edge because that's the part that's not getting sewn. These sides right here, as well as the middle, will get sewn together. Fast forward about 15 minutes because this is kind of a long process. I got this part all hemmed. That's the other half. That's all done, ready for the other step. But when you hem it, you want to make sure that this part right here, the part that you folded over, that this is the wrong side. There's the right and the wrong side fabric. The right side, I'm not sure how well you can see it on the camera, but this is the right side. It's the smoother, shinier, more vibrant side, and then the wrong side is the part you don't want anyone to see. It's the less smooth, paler side. So make sure that you got it hemmed from the right side. So next thing you want to do is you want to sew this up. So I have my machine set up over here. I'm not going to explain how to set it up because, everyone's machine's differently. Just, if you're doing this, just ask your mom. I'm sure she knows. Or whoever has it. So I'm going to find the edge and we'll take this first pin out. Show my little bird. Slip it in. And then whatever. Make sure, you can use whatever kind of fabric, but if you're using something silky or like satiny or something, you're going to want to make sure it goes slowly because it will snag and it won't look good. I hemmed the edge of it, and the next step is to sew together the two halves. So what I did was you get the wrong sides again, and you pin them both together all the way along, pin back, all the way along until the hem. So it's like that, and then you do that on both sides. Then you sew it up. So just gonna Alright, so when you're all done sewing up the edges together, you should get a circle thing, like that. You don't need that now, though. So now we're doing the waistband, which is where everything gets hard and complicated. So you want to get your tape measure, and you're going to want to measure around your waist. I already know, and I already know it, so I'm not going to show that. So you want to get it, and you want to cut it in half. Then you get the fabric that you haven't used, and lay it on top of each other. Fold it in half, whatever. This is cut in half. I just put everything there. So get your half measure. So you get your half measure, and you lay it down like that to where everything is. And you're going to want to get about, my elastic here, it's 1 inch across. So you're going to want about a 3-inch strip of your fabric, like so. You don't really have to measure it out, just eyeball it, I guess. Works just as well. More across. Come on. Right. So you get 2 strips, half the waist across, about 3 inches, or however wide your elastic is, but enough to fold it over twice, because eventually you're gonna get this, fold it over, and it's gonna fold over, and you're gonna want hemlines. So you always leave space for a hem. So 3 inches is enough for the waistband. So after you get that, you want to measure out your elastic. Now, some people use a tape measure, but others just measure around. I like measuring around. I've already cut this out, so you just get around your waist until it's comfortable. You cut it, and then you're good to go. So you have your elastic, and you have your thing. Strips. So now you want to sew these 2 strips together into one long strip that would be about the size around your waist. So, alright, so what I did was I got the strip that I made, that was for the waistband, and I folded it in half and then sewed it up. So you're going to want to make sure that both sides are the right side, although the inside doesn't matter, because eventually you're going to want to sew this onto the top of your skirt. So what you want to do now is get your elastic, and you want to get a piece of tape. Get a piece of tape, and you're going to want to find something long and skinny. I don't know what this is, but it came in with my machine, so, but it works for this. So you can use a pen, pencil, anything long and skinny, really. So you get that, and you get your tube, and you slip the tube onto whatever you use to attach your elastic to, and subsequently you're onto your elastic. So it gets kind of long. So when it's all done, the elastic will be shorter than the tube, but it's okay because eventually you're going to want to make sure that the elastic stretches and give it enough fabric room to stretch. So that when you stretch the elastic, it you get the whole waistband stretchy thing. You know what elastic does. So you take off the tape, release, take out your straight thing, and there you have the waistband, generally speaking. So now what you do is you get your elastic and you sew only sew the elastic together right now. So you don't want to sew the elastic with the waistband because you want the elastic to stretch all on its own. You don't want to snag the fabric with it. So you sew that right up. And you have your little when you push it out. So just like that. So okay, so I sewed up my tube. You can use any method, I just used the machine. And just make sure to leave the elastic loose inside. So now I've attached the waistband to the inside edge of my circle donut thing, skirt. Now I'm gonna sew it up. And then you sew it shut and you're all done.